Wow. Look on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Look on the screen. This young man, I believe, was walking home from school. So one person is Michael Brown, one is Anthony Brown. Walking home from school. I want you to listen to what happened. The diabolical seed of Poverty D came his way. Check it out. Fair use.
In the shooting death of a 15-year-old this week in the Bronzeville neighborhood. The teenage suspect, who was on electronic monitoring at the time, appeared in court today.
WGN's Alyssa Donovan has more from the Cook County Criminal Court building.
15-year-old Michael Brown was shot and killed in the 3300 block of South Prairie Street on Tuesday. The prosecutor is arguing that 16-year-old Anthony Brown was the shooter. The prosecutor asking that Brown be held without bond today after outlining the details of what occurred on Tuesday.
Wow.
According to the prosecutor, Brown was wearing an ankle monitor related to previous charges of carjacking and possession of a firearm. That ankle monitor's GPS tracked the teen's movement the day of the shooting, allegedly placing him at the scene of the carjacking and the scene of Michael Brown's murder. The prosecutor says Brown ordered a lift around 2 p.m. Once in the vehicle, he held a gun to the driver's head and ordered him to get out. The 39-year-old Lyft driver complied, and Brown drove off in the vehicle. The teen then drove to South Prairie Street, where 15-year-old Michael Brown was walking home from school. The suspect got out of the vehicle, walked up to Brown, shot him in the head, and then continued to shoot him 9 times after the boy was on the ground. He then got back in the passenger side of the vehicle, and the second suspect, who was now driving, sped away. The prosecutor says there's video surveillance of the shooting, the suspect shown matching Brown's description and the clothing he was wearing that day. Along with the GPS from Brown's ankle bracelet, the prosecutor also noted the hijacked vehicle was seen on 26 cameras along the route from where the hijacking occurred to where young Michael Brown was shot. When police found the vehicle, a handgun was found next to Brown inside. The prosecutor says the weapon matched the shell casings found at the scene of the fatal shooting. Andrew Holmes, who works in the community to stop violent crime, says more needs to be done to help children and teens before they get pulled into the system.
We have to help them. But if we don't help them, and then we got a system just letting them come in and come back out, we're going to have babies here shot, dead, and a bloodshed this year if we don't put a stop to it.
And how you help them, I hate to say this, is to not have them. If you are not prepared to raise children, the last thing we need is from old raggedy behind Dustina woman is to sit up here, Miss Poverty P, and to procreate and carry the seed of Poverty D. That's going to be the only way, because they ain't raising them worth a dime. The men run off. The women you left holding the bag. Not everybody can handle it. And some don't care. Somebody sent me, I couldn't believe in the comment section. And matter of fact, I actually did have that one on my list, but as you know, I'm always working and always running. And said, I remember seeing about I did a video on it myself, the 11-year-old doing a carjacking when he was caught. Then someone says, you gotta be kidding me. Oh yeah, the mama was driving a getaway vehicle. You have got to be playing with me. I guess why he go to work. You have got to be kidding with me. So yeah, see, here's the things people don't want to say. You need to have these hood boogers and hood rats to stop having kids, but we don't want to say that. We want to pretend like, oh yeah, they're going to raise them correctly, and that father, he's going to be there in that home and teach that kid values. That fool been gone. Been gone. And it's left up to her. You got some women that's decent and hardworking, working 2 jobs, just scraping by because they got the seed of Poverty D. Then you look up the streets, it's raising your son. He gets in trouble, and you're like, how did that happen? Streets raising your kid. You carry the seed of Poverty D, baby doll, it's all on thee. And then some women, they know these kids are committing crimes, they just don't care. So that's the part we don't want to talk about. We don't want to talk about the resolution. I got the resolution for you, boo-boo. The resolution is going to be to starve them out. If he's on a government program, you got 30 days. Get the heck up out of here. We're not paying. We're already paying for enough criminals. Starve them out. Kick his mom off the program. If she's not willing to try and, interfere with, try to raise her kids right. Need to do a family assessment. You got 3 up in here. They all committing felonies, stolen property. Oh, she needs to go. Now, you may have some where the parents just need to maybe emancipate them. Just get rid of them. But you're going to have to do a stiff penalty. People understand when you hit them pockets. I can be sitting up laughing, talking a lot of things going on. Oh, hey, something going wrong with business, something going wrong with a stock, what have you. You got my attention. You're hitting my pockets. So some of these that are raising these criminals, and we got to face it, some women are raising criminals that don't care. They're sitting up, they get a little extra money. Some of these girlfriends working on the job, they know he had robbing and stealing. He come home with somebody's purse. You know you don't have a job and your money. Where you get it from? Could be a blood stain on it. That heifer does not care. So they need to go ahead and just starve them out. What about my Section A? Girl, Section this. It's gonna be up under the Section bridge. Go find your section up under that bridge. You're gonna stay up under there and raise your brood. Maybe then you'll be a little bit more careful when it comes to procreating. You'll stop carrying the seed of poverty deed. We don't want to talk about that. We need for a lot of people that are not prepared mentally, that are violent, that are already damaged. We don't need for you to have kids putting your demonic kids here, and they're not going to get the help. They're not going to get it. So that's the issue. We can get the problem solved. We don't want to say those things. People want to pretend and make sure we're politically correct. PC, well, you just can't say that now. It's going to make them mad. Who the hell make them mad? I could cuss about them getting mad. I tell you who is mad. The parent of that child who was just walking home from school. That's who mad. That's who has a right to be mad. You want to talk about that? We can't make them mad. We don't want to make those people get mad. We don't want to offend anybody. Man, I'm sure the parents now, you get a phone call, your kid walking home from school. And my question is, the one that's doing the carjacking and the shooting, why wasn't that fool in school? He's an activist in the community. I've seen him before. I respect him. Let's get to the real deal. Why wasn't, but he was busy shooting, still shooting him. No one wants to say what the real solution is. A lot of us know we'll talk about it over drinks and that dinner, but we don't want to say it. We can't say it. It's a problem. We got to be PC correct. The Democrats trying to throw you a little bone, let these criminals out. Give them a second chance. Well, the second chance, yeah, a lot of people are getting their last chance because you're giving these suspects a second chance. So people are being murdered, RAP and robbed. That's what being shot at. Unbelievable. So I guess the first carjacking wasn't enough. Got the bracelet on him. Other kid walking home from school. And you will find a fool that'll try and justify it. Was he walking home from school? Don't mean nothing. Black Lives Matter. If Black Lives Matter, the Dustinas, ladies, you will just give birth by any black man. Black men, if Black Lives Matter, you wouldn't put children here and run off and not support them. Black Lives Matter, you would raise your children where you see somebody, a male or female, a black woman or black man, anyone that's trying to build in the community, not to try and economically boycott them, not to steal, rob them. You wouldn't have a problem when you have a black man who's bought a house to refurbish it. He's waiting for a new refrigerator, so he's obviously going to try and sell it or rent it out. Oh, can't do that. He gets shot up multiple times. Sitting in his car. If Black Lives Matter, you wouldn't be killing out black wealth. If Black Lives Matter, we wouldn't be having to look at things like this here. Denzel already told you it starts in the home. We don't want to face that. Carry the seed of evil, diabolical poverty deed. This is what you get. The parents need to be put on blast. It's time to do an investigation. Yeah, I'll do an investigation. He may be one of those kids that the rest of the kids are acting right, and the mama just you got this one. Then guess what? He can't come back here on these premises again. Starve him out. He's only 16. He needs to go ahead and go to prison. Juvenile and all of that. He already had a chance when he had the monitor, and look what he did. Someone is dead. So thanks for watching, people. Feel free to hit the notification bell. I'd appreciate it. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Please be careful. I'm out.